Hey everybody, welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Michael Noland. Tonight we're going to be talking about the various music listening formats that we as consumers can choose to listen to whatever style of music we care to listen to. Now there are many opinions about which of these formats is superior, but tonight we're going to be asking the question, which music listening format is best for you? All right, so first of all, before I get into the various music listening formats we're going to be discussing tonight, I did want to mention the process that it takes to get music on to whatever device we choose to listen to our music on. First of all, you have the source. That source is a recording of either a live event or a recording set in a recording studio proper, all right? Now, if you placed yourself right in the center of that recording studio while they recorded that music and then went into the recording mixing room and listened to those tapes, you would be amazed. You see, it wouldn't sound a bit like what you heard in that room. And the reason for that is because of the baffle placement, the mic placement, and isolation booths. You get a completely different sound on tape. Of course, they go on to mix that tape and then send that onto a mastering engineer for bits of gloss. Now, I would guess that the one device that most of us on planet Earth listen to our music on is the telephone. No, not that telephone. I'm talking about this telephone. Well, actually, not even this telephone. You know, these things are so amazing that I'm actually shooting this video on my own personal telephone. But you know, what really sets this device apart are the streaming services now available. For a monthly fee, you have access to practically any kind of music you could imagine. And with the addition of lossless, the quality of the music is absolutely superb. It goes with you everywhere you can imagine, and with the addition of a pair of wireless earbuds, no one is the wiser. And you can even connect this damn thing to your own vehicle and listen to it through its system. So if the phone is offering us so much, why is it so many people are actually purchasing physical media? I mean, these things will even connect to your home stereo system. Why would we even need another format to listen to our music? Well, I blame that a bit on future shock, if you ask me. You see, we have gone so digital with the advent of computers and special effects, we can't even make a movie these days without cataclysmic explosions and all of that. I think over time, people are reconsidering ownership, especially if it's in connection with art in any way. People like to have nice paintings on their wall, nice furniture in their homes. And when they listen to music, they don't want to have to look on a small screen, swipe up to see if you can finally fit the lyrics into it and all of that. And so having the actual album, individual album, becomes precious to them. That's why many people have gone to CDs, right? I've got a few. I don't collect a whole lot of them. Here I've got one. Clat 2, Endangered Species, not their best album, but they never made a bad album. Here's one, Led Zeppelin, How the West Was Won, a gift from Royce over at Royce in the House. Thank you, Royce, by the way. And here's one I purchased, Terry Draper, formerly of Clat 2, his latest album, In the Beginning. Now, one thing I can say about CDs that I've never cared for as a physical product is the damned jewel case. I mean, these things are always breaking. Everything just pretty much looks the same. They've gotten a little bit more fancier with some of them these days. You have to pull out a booklet that has to get over that lip, and oftentimes you're in danger of getting boxing around the booklet, or at least you would if you ever opened it more than that first time, because all the art in it is so small. That's my biggest criticism regarding CDs in general. Now, I do like some of the newer packaging after just having jewel cases. Here, Terry got very inventive, very simple design. It still has what you would see here, but it doesn't get in the way of the art behind it. I love that idea. Of course, with Led Zeppelin, you have all the details here, wonderful layout. The CD packaging, anyways, doesn't get in the way of a nice presentation. Now, many will claim that out of the major physical media formats, that CDs are the way to go because they offer a superior sound to, say, a LP. And while there's truth in that, there's also another group of people who say you somehow just cannot get past that wonderful analog sound that you get from playing a record. Of course, what they're talking about is distortion, when you really do get down to it. And of course, many will complain about the clicks and the pops that you get eventually if you play a record too many times. But distortion in itself is actually a good thing. You see, it's been well documented that just the right amount of distortion is actually pleasing to our ears. And as many a record hound would tell you, those pops, those clicks, wow, they're nothing more than a nice tub of buttered popcorn while you're watching a movie. And there are other benefits to owning LPs. For one thing, just take a look at this cover. When you look at this cover on a CD, it is the measure of disappointment as far as I'm concerned. And when you open this sucker up, take a look at this. This is practically wall art, folks. Added to the fact, can you imagine this back cover being on CD? Of course, they'll supply a booklet with blow-ups of the lyrics, but isn't it nice, just like almost owning a book? You can sit down and read as you listen to the music. But it's not only that with LPs. You see, when you put on a record, you invest yourself into that experience, don't you? And unlike a CD, the thing doesn't disappear on you. It's there. You watch it out of the corner of your eye as you peruse the lyrics or the artwork or the liner notes as you listen to your favorite artist or band or orchestra. It is a unique experience that's just not found in other formats. Now, I've just recently got back into vinyl, but back in the day, I had quite a collection. I took care of my vinyl, and so this experience isn't anything new to me, but I guarantee you, folks, if you yourself have not experienced that, I would say a very modest investment of a turntable and even a couple of powered speakers and just a couple of albums to get your appetite whet, you might find yourself actually becoming a record collector. However, that doesn't mean that I don't play CDs or that I don't listen to music on my phone. It just means when I have the luxury to just sit down and experience an event, this is my preferred method to do so. Now, I haven't even covered tapes tonight. There are aficionados who like that. I've often found tapes, cassette tapes especially, quite cumbersome and too prone to damage, and they don't travel well and often lose their sound rather quickly. Of course, there are reel-to-reel, but these are very expensive units usually. But if you're listening to music, especially at 15 IPS, wow, what a sound that is. That's the video for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. That helps with the views, folks. And then when the views increase, then new subscribers come to the channel. The channel grows. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, that's easy. All you have to do is hit the subscribe to the tribe button, tap that top bell icon, and you'll be notified of all my future videos. All right, I want to hear from each and every one of you. That way we show everybody that we are the tribe.